Like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer winds. The autumn wind and the winter wind, they have come and they have gone. Still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs those lullabies through all the nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer. Warm summer wind, the summer wind.
So, what's it like working with Jackson?
Not as cool as we thought it would be.
May I ask you what your bill is now? Yes, I can see what I can do to lower that number. I want to make you happy.
Hey, Janine.
Yes,
Janine.
I would be happy to crunch those numbers. Just a moment, I'm very sorry. What?
I want to play a game.
Okay, well, I want to go home on time, so...
Your computer has been infected with a pornographic virus. In exactly 25 seconds, Jeff, the hot IT guy who you totally have a crush on, will arrive at your desk to fix it. You must close all 517 pop-ups using the office's deadliest computer mouse. The clock is ticking, Janine. Make your choice.
Thank you guys very much. I wasn't expecting
The
anything.
frosting on Dan's birthday cake contains 29 tablespoons of koala urine. One for each year of his pathetic, meaningless life.
What did you say?
Hold the elevator, please, 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 please. Hold the elevator. Hold it, please, hold it.
Just hold it.
Keep holding. Hold on. Just hold it. Just hold some more. Hold it. Hold it. Hold, please. Hold for one more. Don't be rude, guys. Don't be rude. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. But the door's closed. Just hold. Hold it. Okay. One sec. Just one sec. You're all very polite. I just need to. Yep. There we go.
You ready to get
I
that?
got it, Steve.
Look, this is not the fun part of the job, but we've been monitoring office productivity, and as you can see from this research, when your games increase, general productivity throughout the office actually decreases.
It'd be different if your games had some sort of work-related theme, like team building or workplace synergy.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Look,
sure.
all we're asking is that you just, tone it down a little, just till corporate gets off our back, okay? What do you think?
Yeah, it's all of your legs have been chained together at the ankles. The keys to your shackles
See, that's the
have been...
kind of thing I'm talking
The
about.
keys, Jeff, to your shackles have been destroyed. Your only hope for escape is to saw off your own feet using the weapon under your chair. It's gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. but it's time for each of you to make a choice. Will you synergize and work together as a team, Karen, to free yourselves and spend the weekend at home with your families, or be stuck inside the office for the third time this
Very.
Do I have my?
That was cool. That was cool. I love the what you did to the B&B girl.
You do. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That was really cool. Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
It was all trippy.
Yeah. Linda helped me do that. So we have to switch things up
Great.
around here. We don't want them to get too stale. Hi, everybody. It's Saturday night.
Saturday night.
It's Saturday night.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Do I have my mic on this week? I didn't.
Oh my God, I did that to myself like twice yesterday. I saw Burmis do it to himself the other day. God, I hate that.
Oh,
hate
God.
that.
Yeah, I know. And I was thinking about it. You know, back when TV started, back when it was black and white and we had a little one, they used to, on live shows, they would screw up the beginnings of their show sometime and the going out of the show, you know, so I don't feel too bad.
I vaguely remember that. I mean, live TV, we still had live TV in the 70s, but it was definitely on its way out in a novelty in the 80s, right? Filmed before a live audience, that type of thing. And then it was long gone in the 90s.
Yeah, other than the Johnny Carsons and all those
Chat.
shows at night. So anyway, hi Chad, hi Gamer, Crazy
The good
Puppet.
old days.
Crazy Puppet.
Hey, Crazy
Chili.
Puppet.
Hi Kate, Catalytic Centaur. Warren, what's going on? Warren, you're not having a show tonight? What happened, dude? Was looking forward to checking in on your show tonight, Warren.
Deborah.
Oh my gosh, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Cold Fusion Gaming. Good to see you. Long time no see. Natalie Williams. Oh gosh, we got Becca C. Jax. What's going on? How's Elfie, Jax? How's Elfie? I see Elfie's reaction.
Jax, I'm there mentally in my head on that beach with that margarita with you.
Oh
so
yeah, absolutely. She's been
Beautiful.
throwing some good food and some good pictures, and it's just been
hell yeah.
great. Thank you, Midnight Karma. Good to see you too. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. I hate it when Dango ate my baby.
Dingo,
What's going
Dingo.
on, Dango? Oh my gosh. Let me see. I think I got. What do you got over on the fin? Do you have the fin?
Over on the fin, yeah, we got Zoxo Voxo Vix over here.
Socks.
Crone Heresy.
Hi, Crone.
Popeye. I think Popeye made it in first.
Popeye.
Kate made it. Kyle Rose, welcome. I need to really put my glasses on for this.
Yes, you do.
Copeland Morris is over there hanging out. And Dirk Diggler was first through the door. Welcome, Dirk.
Yeah, and hi to everybody over on Rumble. We got Kate's over on Rumble, and Airwaves is there.
Airwaves.
Good to see everybody. I think we got the shouts out. Everybody's here that's got to be here.
Shouted out the chat.
Yeah.
And all of our Patreons, of course, our wonderful Patreons. We love our Patreons.
Yeah.
That's what's playing in the background.
Let me
our
run
Patreons.
those through again. We'll have time today. So, Warren says next week I have to get up early and buy Comic-Con passes for October in New York because I'm a nerd. Laugh out loud. That's okay. Whatever makes you happy.
Comic-Con, man. I just saw pictures of Kevin Smith from one of the big conventions this weekend. Yeah, I get it. I live with one of those nerds.
Yeah, I used to go to conventions, but it wasn't like Comic-Con. It was more like
Comic-Con's like, yeah, even if you're not into that type of stuff, Comic-Con's still cool. There's lots of stars there, and if you love movies, there's cosplay.
Yeah, I keep hearing bad reviews about Star Wars. Everybody says Star Wars dead. Kathy Kennedy killed it, and I'm just going, well, I haven't seen a Star Wars.
Everything sucks nowadays, so why would you expect any different?
Terrible. I did watch Avatar Way of the Water today because it was finally free. Well, not free, but it came to Max. And I have.
Oh, it finally made it to Max. Okay, then I'm going to watch it tonight. I wanted to watch it last week for my birthday. It was $25, and I was like, no, I'm not paying $25 for it. Yeah,
for $25 you can buy a dozen eggs and a loaf of bread these days. So
barely.
So, but no, it was. I won't give any spoilers. It was good, but the CGI was there. Cameron does it better than anybody. I got to tell you, the camera, the shooting, everything, the script, same kind of cowboys and Indians, that kind of stuff. But good guy, bad guy. So, it was.
They call it Comic-Con. That's funny, Popeye. Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. That is a good thing. Remember, our show is satire. Don't forget, because some people seem to forget that satire is what these shows are in many cases, and then we get in trouble. So Red Angel, what's doing? I said Red Angel, good to see you. There's a dingo. I knew you were there, dingo. I saw you.
Yeah.
There's our Patreon. If you guys have about 3 nickels and a dime or two that you could push us over on a Patreon, a regular, that would be great. Everybody's hurting, so if you don't have it, don't give it, please.
No, but we appreciate it. It keeps us going. Like right now, it's been paying subscriptions and making sure that, everything's paid for so we can get out and stream you guys.
I had to go collect $200 worth of cans to pay for the restream yesterday.
I know. That was a hit. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Cry some more, Oz. We all got bills. Suck it up, buddy. So and there is our PayPal.
We appreciate our people hitting our PayPals. Our PayPals are instant, and they don't seem to take us much while they're still working. But what we've learned over the last 2 years is they can shut you off anytime they want, whenever they want. Doesn't matter what donation site it is. So
especially
while they're working, we're using them.
Yeah, especially when we drive up to Canada and boycott Trudeau and he'll just shut it off right there for us. So.
We're trying to not announce what day we're coming.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah.
It is hot summer nights, and fortunately, it isn't that hot yet. We have a cooling trend up here in the Pacific Northwest, and my corn hates it. My squash hates it. How's your garden doing?
You know what? I just took a walk outside a few minutes ago, and everything looks happy. It torrentially downpoured here for like the last 24 hours, but we haven't had rain really for May, and which is crazy. I mean, we were almost we were headed seriously for drought condition.
Yeah.
So, and we still are, but everything just looks so happy to get some rain. The grass was already dying. I mean, and our grass doesn't normally die till the end of, July.
Yeah,
normally.
July 5th usually kicks off the burn you to death weather. So
Yeah.
But the peas are. We started having we had peas the other night. I made this great garlic butter sauce with these fresh peas with a little bit of shrimp that I grew.
You're making me hungry.
It was really good. I've been eating healthier. I'm on the cardio diet now because I don't want my cardio to stop cardioing.
We're taking a break from our diets when I come to hang out with you in August.
Yes, we are.
We're going to throw down on some cooking, all of us.
Yeah, Shanda and Amber and Linda are going to bring their fams over to the Land of Oz, and we're going to do some terrible Hollywood movies out in the backyard on the drive-in screen, and
can't wait.
we're gonna have some food, and we're gonna kick back, and I might have a glass of wine. I don't know if I'll be able to.
I'm sure you guys will get live streams and lots of pictures of Roar Media's summer.
Well,
what are we going to call it? Summer fiesta.
Yeah, we gotta fill something in with that because we'll be doing it on Saturday night, so we'll have to do a live stream at least.
I will be. I'll be live streaming from the backyard. Amber's got her hot spot. We're good to go.
Yeah, it's a nude picnic, so everybody's going to be naked.
It's a nude picnic. Your neighbors will love that.
Anyway, I asked a wise man, "Tell me, sir, in which field could I make a great career?" And he said with a smile, "Be a good human being. There's a lot of opportunity in this area and very little competition. No shit. Be a good human being." And Sister Amber is getting going with the cookbook project, the Alt Media Cookbook Project.
Oh, the font is green. I can't see it. Okay, I'm going to try my best to see it. So yeah, we're kicking this off. This is Roar Media. This is the Alt Media Cookbook Project, and Roar Media and and board executive producers and host Amber King, A Brave New Future, is a chef with years of thank you. Making it darker helps. The food fight for healthier food and from the food and beverage industry. We know many of you also waited tables and worked late nights and just have favorite dishes and would like to share a fantastic story or experience with food, farming, cooking, or travel. So this is what she says. How Roar Media is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. For the smallest orders, we seek to publish a collective of these amazing stories and recipes to share with independent media within the independent media sphere and beyond. We will use this as a fundraising mechanism for the continued education and free speech pursuit of increasing awareness on health, freedom, and the food that graces our tables across the globe. Nothing is more sacred than growing our own food and caring for and protecting the soil, water, and air to nourish health in all aspects. We also hope to share 10% of the profit with regional, local organizations like CAJG. Yeah, and Food Not Bombs. So that's awesome.
I like that one, yeah.
Yeah, I do too. And here it says name, email, phone number. Do you have a great recipe or a great story to share? Do you have a video of you making the recipe or photos of your dish, or do you want to make it live? Please share your website, social media, so we can, contact you and share your work or recipe. Not sure what we are asking or how to write your recipe? Feel free to reach out to Amber. Any email at roarmedia.pm.me or bravenewfuture@pm.me. And of course, you have all of our Roar Media at DMs. You can find us on Twitter at Roar Media Live, at New Brave, and at AK Amber.
And we will forward them to Amber if you send them to us.
Yeah, if you send them to us at beautyandtheboomer@gmail.com, I will make sure that Amber gets them. I'm excited for this because I'm going to get my little black box out. I have my handwritten ones and my family ones and pick out a few. And hell, I might even put the camera up and record a couple of them.
I'm sure she's going to stream like that so you can download it. Maybe a QR code on that form, and that way it'll just pop up the QR code. Yeah. So anyway, if you could help us out with that,
your best recipes.
Great. Guess who got indicted yesterday?
Again.
They're relentless. They're like crazy. So.
And they never learn. They are like, it's so stupid. My Facebook is just a whole barrage of people like throwing parties and thinking that he's going to prison forever. It's like, what is this, the 100th time you guys are going to do this shit and realize it's not going to get you anywhere? I think they're poking the bear, man. I think they're poking the bear. This one could turn around on them.
I made it simple for my sister and anybody that wanted to bet me. I said, when I see Donald Trump in an orange jumpsuit, you have won the bet. If I don't, I win the bet. That's pretty basic. So they never, ever put these rich people in prison. You guys know that. We know that.
if he wins, they're already scared he's going to retaliate. We saw Comey sit down with Jen Psaki this week, and he said it'll be a retaliatory presidency. Like, yeah, you motherfuckers are scared.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, do you know that what they're charging him with? He actually passed that law because of Hillary Clinton's mishandling of classified documents. So they're smacking him with his own freaking law that he passed.
Good. I hope when he wins the presidency or whichever Republican does, I think that they should do the same thing to Hillary Clinton for her servers, Joe Biden for his boxes of classified documents in his garage.
I'm sure Obama had his share. We don't know
maybe
about.
Obama's got some too, but they should all be investigated for this. If you're going to bust one, bust them all. Don't be hypocrites. So anyway, Glenn Greenwald had something to say about that, and I thought it was pretty cogent.
I'm glad.
So let's hear what Glenn's got to say. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I'm kind of
Hey, Aram.
I'm in a weird mood. Hey, what's up, Aram? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I've heard people saying, look, if you break the law, you should go to jail. You should be prosecuted. And the fact that other people break the law and aren't prosecuted makes no difference. But that is not how the law works. In every other instance, you can argue that whataboutism doesn't matter. So you say, oh, Russia committed a war crime because they used this certain weapon here, cluster bombs or whatever, and then someone comes along and says, well, the United States uses those weapons, and Ukraine uses those weapons, and the UK uses the weapon, and Israel uses those weapons. And then the response is, oh, that's whataboutism. Who cares if other people do it too? If Russia does it, it's wrong. And that's the kind of argument being marshaled here. Who cares if everybody in Washington constantly leaks information, classified information? The fact that President Trump did it means he should be prosecuted. But that is not how the law works. The law is an extremely potent weapon. It can put you in a cage. It can deprive you of your liberty. It can seize your assets. It can even, in some cases, take your life. And so in order for the law to be accepted in a society that the government has the power through force to come and take you and put you in a cage, it needs to have credibility as law. It needs to be something other than just a brute weapon that's used against political enemies. And the only way to ensure that the law has credibility is if it's applied consistently and universally and not selectively. That's why in law, precedent is everything. How the law has been applied in other similar cases always guides how we view the law in this case. And the fact that, as we're about to show you, so many people who were on the side of the establishment, who were judged politically favorably by the establishment, who did exactly what President Trump is accused to have done, but far worse, the fact that they were given slaps on the wrist or never even prosecuted, of course sheds enormous light on the motives at play here and therefore on the validity of the prosecution.
So,
I always agree with Clinton.
Hillary Clinton, servers on her servers, unsecure servers under her house, classified information. Joe Biden in his garage.
His garage. I mean, I went back and found the Comey 2016 15-minute long announcement that happened at the end of August of 2016 on Trailer Park Pundit earlier this week. And all of these things they're saying Trump does, they say Hillary did, but then they say, well, we found no intent, you know?
No intent. Well, I'm
hypocrites, double standards.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is blatant weaponizing of our judicial system against the presidential candidate, not to mention a former president. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, and who are the main controllers of Western news these days?
They say that the two fraud charges, it's not so much the handling of documents, it's the fraud charges that they're going to get him on. Like, do you really think you're going to stop Trump? All you're going to do, every time they do this, he goes up in the polls every damn time. And they should be scared because if some chance he manages to pull it off, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy puppet.
Crazy puppet.
I was going to read this super chat real fast. Crazy Puppet says, this guy's voice has similarity to Max Kaiser. Are they related? No, I do not believe that Glenn and Max Kaiser are related.
I don't think so either.
But Kaiser does have a very unique voice. Yeah.
Anyway, you want to read this one?
Let's see. Hello, Karma. Trump signed a law changing the penalty for mishandling classified documents to 5 years in prison and made it a felony. The law he signed to punish Hillary will be used against him.
Well, good. Then I hope.
And this is the Dems are having a field day with the memes. Let me tell you.
That's great. Have a field day, because what comes around, asshole, will come around on this, especially setting a precedent where you can go after the president for this. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. We had this MSNBS is getting worse and worse and worse and worse with their crap. They're doubling and tripling down. This one I responded to. I just cut it to get the crap out of the middle, but they popped up the other day and said the fact Donald Trump sided with Vladimir Putin over U.S. officials is an important problem. The fact that Trump keeps siding with Putin makes the problem much worse, via Maddo blog, of course.
Yeah.
And I just said, you guys are a disgrace, and why people aren't buying the junk that you are selling, MSNBS. And you know what? I've had to use that several times this week. They're going to block me, I hope, because that little MSNBS, that was by Oz, you know, for the.
Yeah. I went after the Nation earlier today.
Oh yeah, I did
pissed
too.
me off.
I gave him a couple of lumps too, and our friend, a lot of our friends did too. Jax and
Good. They deserve it.
Yeah, Jax and I think RBN did, and I think Jimmy did. I think a lot of people went after them. Katrina Vanderhoeven, I used to respect a lot, and it's just gone down the.
So many of them are gone.
Yeah.
It's ones that we looked to for so long. None of them. I can't think of any of them that I still trust or would listen to. Not a damn one of them.
All bent the knee to the kings and queens of the planet. So. Here's a little segment out of the Snowden revelations. I just brought this to remind everybody what the hell's going on.
This was a great interview too.
And it's not Snowden's not in this one. This is the Lori girl. I can't remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But he
How
did
do you
interview
go
Snowden.
see
this week.
now
Yes, he did.
the strength of the U.S. and the
Laura
Western
portrayal.
surveillance state and the ability of people to use the internet with privacy as compared to before we started the reporting, Laura?
I think that what Ed did, his life kind of captures this historical moment where he experienced the internet as the internet sort of arrived into our cultures. And I think, as he says, very clearly, was motivated by the power of that tool for good, right? For citizens to communicate. Like that, what an amazing tool the internet is, and how corrupted it's been, how abused it's been by governments and obviously by corporations as well. So it feels that that's a lost moment, right? I feel that that's nobody's people who grow up today don't have that moment of the internet as a space for free expression. It's a space that's corporatized, commercialized, and it's a surveillance tool. Unfortunately, I do think we, though, have a bit more understanding that there still are some tools and technologies that do protect people. Encryption, as of today, still does work. So that is a positive, and people know the importance of encryption in a way that they didn't before.
Well,
that's true. That is true.
I hope it still works, but with the advent of AI, who knows what encryption's going to do anymore? I just, everybody, and there's laws they're making where you can't use a VPN, otherwise you're going to get prosecuted for doing it.
Oh yeah, they definitely want to push that law in the United States. They want to shut us down from being able to get out and get on other servers for sure.
Yeah, it's all about censorship, and it's about losing your rights to privacy and to watch everything you do so they can take advantage of you and pressure you and screw you. And Linda, our executive producer, is on a little short vacay this week, but she was so kind.
Aw, have fun.
As to make us a couple of yum-yums here. And this one, I'll just kick it off. Certain detestable arts called witchcraft and sorcery. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Sorcery.
Yeah, and this is one of those way back ones. So give it a listen. It's really good.
Certain detestable arts called witchcraft and sorceries. Or maybe you don't know what you're talking about. Accused of bewitching 5 women, Bridget Bishop was tried for sundry acts of witchcraft in an 8-day trial in which she was found guilty. At Gallows Hill on June 10th, 1692, she was the first woman in the colony to be hanged and the first person put to death in the Salem witch trials. 18 others were to meet the same fate as Bridget Bishop at the gallows before the governor stopped the practice. Even though mental health and neurodivergency are better understood now, and the Bridget Bishops of today might not be technically put to death, the closing of mental health care facilities and the lack of importance placed on mental health has created similar outcomes for people. Did we really come this far just to come this far?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, true.
Great point.
Yeah.
I mean, this is happening to people who have issues, emotional and mental issues that have been killed by police because they don't know how to handle a situation.
Well, and not to mention that, but the hysteria of the population that decided, hey, let's try these women for witches. And I kind of feel like Blue MAGA, if allowed, they would go back down these roads, you know. And we see that with the Trump and the kangaroo courts they keep putting him through.
I got news for
They're all criminals.
I've got news for all these guys. Shoot first, heal later does not work. So let's just, start being more compassionate as a species and stop the murder, death, kill on our populace, even if they're ill and emotionally challenged. You brought Jean Canary.
This is, she got asked about Biden falling on his face, and this is her response.
Looks like she was animated.
Oh, yeah.
I want to ask about the president's tumble that he took on the stage in Colorado the other day. It's absolutely true that any one of us could trip over an object that just happens to be in our path. Nonetheless, we've all observed the difficulty this president has in certain settings. Steps are one of them. Of course, there was no sandbag in his path on the steps up Air Force One on any of those occasions. And I was struck particularly by the incident on May 19 in Hiroshima, where the president descended down a set of stone steps toward a shrine, at the bottom of which steps he was greeted by the Japanese Prime Minister. And if you look at that footage, the president slipped and caught himself on those steps. And as he greeted the Prime Minister, you could even see on the president's face pursed lips as if to say, this was a close one. That could have been really catastrophic. And so my question to you is whether this whole series of incidents has led the White House Chief of Staff to direct some kind of review of the advanced procedures that are employed on behalf of the nation's oldest president.
So let me say you've paid a lot of attention to that particular situation. I actually did not see that. I was with him in Hiroshima, so this is something that I was not aware of, so I can't speak to that particular moment.
Whatever do you mean? I am blind. I cannot see.
You see him again and again and again over the past few years deliver, whether it's 2020 where people underestimated him and he got that done, whether it's 2022 again when people underestimated, got that done, whether it's this budget agreement, he got that done. And I think that is the most important thing that the Americans are going to care about and that Americans are going to look to. And so I will leave that there.
Sort of looking at, I'm asking
well,
a specific question.
Isn't that what it's important? As a reporter, don't you think it's important what Americans care about?
But my question was...
I'm just saying that is something that Americans want. Isn't that not true? That they have a leader that's going to deliver for them?
Your proposition may or may not be true, but it's not responsive to my question.
I think it's very true. You're asking... No, I know what your question is. You're asking me if we're going to change anything from here, if the Chief of Staff has asked for to change anything from here. And here's the thing. We are not. Things happen. Other presidents have had similar situations, as you know, and I'm sure you've reported on the last president who's had a similar situation. And so, look, things happen. This is a president that delivers and will continue to deliver for the American people, and that's what he cares about. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Run!
She was done.
Run!
She was
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Oh, my God.
She did. did. She got cooked too. Who let that guy into the White House press briefing room? I mean, somebody who actually pushed back on her. And yes, it's all about just, a Biden. He comes through. It doesn't matter how many times he falls on his face. He gets it done. He manages to, keep funneling that money out of the everyday working Americans' pockets right up to the oligarchs where it belongs. So that's all that matters.
It's just health and cognitive ability, and it ends up being elder abuse. I mean, the guy, if why don't they just cut to the chase and have somebody walk him? Or walk with him.
He's looking so pale and gray. There's a lot of footage I didn't even bring from just this week where he's not looking good. Crazy Puppet says, thanks for reminding us of our dire circumstances.
Yeah, we are screwed. So
that's kind of what we're here for, guys.
Yeah, we're just this is just review the idiocracy of the week here, Crazy Puppet.
Idiocracy review.
Nothing that you guys haven't seen, but we've got to touch on it because we're terrible reporters and we don't want to miss anything. This is from Voldemort Zelensky. I'm grateful to everyone in the world who helps the work of the International Criminal Court and its team in investigating Russian crimes on Ukrainian soil and who helps organize special tribunal for the crime of Russian aggression against Ukraine for the original crime that gave rise to all the others. Show more. And all I can say, Shanda, is this had 911 as far as comments. And if that isn't a sign, that is a sign. Don't listen to this lying, grifting. I just padded my bank account with $400 million extra from an oil drill.
Up.
Yeah.
Canada just stepped up this weekend and offered them, I don't know, another $55 million or some shit.
Yeah. Let's just let the houselessness in this country go out of control. Let's let people lose their homes, their jobs, their health, and die from God knows what. I try not to pick on too many people, especially for their looks and stuff. So I'm going to parse this like this. I watched this little clip with Caleb Maupin. And it was Crystal and Kyle in a car, and I happened to notice something in that clip. Take a look at the eyebrows here. Now, is Crystal channeling Nancy Pelosi here?
Yeah,
I think she is, and good or bad, but I think she's channeling Nancy Pelosi. Somebody told me it was Botox. But
that's definitely a Botox forehead, I can promise you.
And I know you have to over-accentuate your makeup when you go on camera sometimes, but to prove that I didn't Photoshop this, I brought the clip, and I'm just going to show a little bit of it so our chat can judge to see if I'm being honest about it, didn't Photoshop it.
If you're over-exaggerating.
If I'm over-exaggerating. So you guys tell me, am I just full of shit or what? Or I am full of shit.
She has United Spot eyebrows.
It's been going on. Dude, he's not surprised at all. This is some of the most racist shit. I mean, this is the most condescending, racist bullshit I've ever heard.
There's a decent amount of backlash where people are like,
look at that eyebrow.
What are you doing? Like, do you know like who these people are? And then I see a lot of people making a point, which I think is a fair point, which is like, if you're going to run as a Green Party or an independent, because the Green Party, for example, I think the last election they had ballot access for 48 states.
Yeah, they have a real organization.
Yeah, even like the Libertarians have between like 48 states and 50 and all the states. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the Green Party is completely controlled. Controlled by, liberals, right? It's a completely woke party with Howie Hawkins and
okay, I think
as far as third parties go, the only ones that are even
okay, I can't listen.
So not shitting. What is that? A $50,000 vehicle they're cruising around in, telling everybody that they relate to the working class. Please go look at what Crystal's ex-husband's worth, and I'm sure she came out of that with a pretty penny. So that's Botox face. I'm sorry.
They want to crap all over anybody except Marianne Williamson. That's all there is to it.
They've already got their horse in this race.
Yeah, it's nice to see Kyle with his young Aryan hair back and driving the big car. Am I being too
so bad.
Am I being too harsh? I'm being too harsh. I'm
Is
sorry.
it too harsh, guys? I don't know. Hey, Reef, what's up?
Reef, what's up? We're just picking on Brother Kyle there, in the words of great Cornell West. I had to do it. So
I have never Botoxed. I will tell you that. I've never. My daughters have, but I never have.
I hear they use Botox for headaches, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, they do. It relaxes the muscles, so that way, it's not all tense. So that's exactly what Botox was invented for. But hey,
so they tranquilize the muscle so it will relax. Is that what it is?
They put it to sleep. They stun it.
It's been a rich one this week for Rokana again, and he does not get a lot of hearts, but all these politicians, all they seem to do is tweet and nothing else. They just tweet.
That's all he knows how to do.
They just tweet.
Pander.
So
tweet.
Americans are being exposed to the most toxic air in the world, while federal and state governments continue to give away $20 billion annually in subsidies to the fossil fuel companies. When will we stop giving handouts to polluters? And I just said, suffering from mythomania and I can't even pronounce it. Oldalgia.
You wrote it.
Fantastica. I can't pronounce it, And Fantasasia. Snorky, can you pronounce this for me? Is the chronic behavior of a compulsive habitual liar. And I just will say he is a compulsive liar, and Shanda and I are both in agreement. I heard you say it the other day, Shanda. He gets off on lying on camera in public. He gets his willies off that. And in response to his giveaway to $20 billion in subsidies to fossil fuel companies, when will we stop giving handouts to polluters? What about the $140+ billion you give to the biggest polluters, the war pigs over in Ukraine? What's going on? You got a double standard there, Ro.
Total double standard. Not to mention all the money I'm sure he takes on the side for these guys.
It's freaking crazy ridiculous. Anyway, moving right along. Schlatsky's in the house. Did I miss this? We got somebody else in there that I missed. I thought I missed somebody else in there. Reefer's in there. Hi, Pittsburgh dude 87. There are some purely
Did we have a
medical
super chat? I think we had a super chat. Let me go back.
There
Let me
and
go back.
find it.
Super chat. Zelensky. Peace Duke. Peace Duke in Russian means little cunt. Pretty funny.
I think I can say it again. How do you pronounce it?
I lost it again. Hold on. I got to go back and find it. Zelensky. Peace Duke. Peace Duke.
Peace Duke. I don't like saying the C word in any language, so I guess. Anyway, you got the United spot, right?
United spot. Yeah, I think there's two of them on the deck, so here's your first one.
Okay. Let's see if they get it right this week and don't make me cringe.
132 in Bush. I got him at gunpoint.
You're under arrest, Trump. Yeah! Put your hands behind your back! Aren't you gonna read me my rights? You don't have any rights. All right, dirtbag. Time to take your fingerprints. Oh, this is so exciting. I can't believe it finally happened. We got it. Smile for the camera, Trump. What the hell are you laughing at, squirt bottle? It's just the happiest day of my life, that's all. I'll be by later for a bicycle visit. What the Hey, get me out of here. I'm innocent. Hey, Donald. Oh, shit. What are you doing here? I just stopped by to say hello. Hey, buddy. Are you here to Epstein me? No, I was just making sure you're okay. Yeah, and we also wanted to let you know that the camera in your cell, it isn't working. Yeah, and the guards who were supposed to be watching you fell asleep. What? Hey, buddy, you look cold. You want an extra bed sheet? No, thanks. I'm fine. You want me to write the note for you? What? She writes the best notes. You don't look so good, Trump. Here, take this. It'll make you feel better. No, thanks. I'm fine. Oh, no, Bill. He stopped breathing. What are you talking about? I'm breathing just fine. We got here too late. He's gone. Farewell, old friend. Gods. You hear something? Nope. No. I didn't hear a thing. Got your last words, Trump? Ah! Whew. It was only a dream. Got him. Oh, guys, I can't believe this is happening. I thought we had him this time.
Go over there.
That was pretty good.
Go over there and throw those guys 2 rolls of pennies, man. they get it right once in a while.
They've made us laugh for years
Yeah,
now. Crazy Puppet says Oz says it perfectly, so you said it perfectly.
Oh, what did I say?
What did you say? I don't remember. You said Peace Duke.
Peace Duke. Peace Duke. Okay, I said that. I thought it was something from a Woolite commercial.
Let me catch the Rockfin real fast. Rockfin, Ronnie Graham, Patreon, Ronnie Graham.
Ronnie
says the U.S. leadership and their foreign vessels should stand trial for the crimes of Nazi collaboration.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what they're doing, right?
Hell yeah. Colin Reddix Carter. People are complaining that Cornel West is running in the People's Party U.S., which people argue is corrupt, but have no problem with Marianne Williamson or RFK running in the Democratic Party, which is also corrupt. Newsflash, there's no such thing as a clean party. And Colin, that's just absolutely 100% correct. It has been proven time and time again.
I don't know if I would go so much as to say that the People's Party is corrupt. I think they just don't have the infrastructure. And I mean, yeah, there might be questionable financings with Nick and the way the party got started, but I think under Cornell, there's not going to be any question because he's going to have to account for every fucking penny.
No, I didn't say they were. It says which people argue is corrupt, but we know
right.
The Democrats Party is way corrupt, and there's just
beyond a shadow of a fucking doubt.
Beyond a doubt. And by the way, a cure for all this might be this 210-foot asteroid hurtling towards Earth. What number is that this year? Is that like number
I don't know.
60?
Every month one's supposed to hit us, right?
Yeah, well,
every month.
Get lucky one of these days. Good news, by the way, and I don't like to tout this kind of stuff, but you brought it.
You're going to go to hell. Let's see. Yeah, Pat Robinson sadly passed away at the age of 93? I thought he was like 150, but anyways, 93, I think. Yeah, and the memes have been off the hook. I had to bring two slides of them. So apparently people were getting it confused with Robert Patterson, the guy from, Twilight.
Batman,
the new Batman. I gotta say, he did an okay job. I really didn't mind him.
Didn't like the writing. He was okay, but his acting was too.
As Batman,
emo.
He was fine, but as Bruce Wayne, he sucked. Okay, that's the way I saw it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. He's finally home where he belongs. And then apparently he sent out a tweet once he got down there and he said, "Oh, fuck, it's so hot down here. Oh, holy fucking shit. My Christ is burning. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie." And as I brought this because there's 666 retweets on this.
You didn't Photoshop that? That's the way it was?
No, I did not Photoshop that.
You're freaking me out.
I'm freaking you out. But Pat Robinson's grave is a gender-neutral bathroom. And Pat Robinson is dead, everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of people celebrating this. My grandmother loved Pat Robinson. I grew up with the 700 Club playing in the background whenever I was at my grandma's. And the amount of money I'm sure my grandmother sent that man,
I have
she enjoyed it, I guess.
I have suffered that guy ever since I was a little kid.
We've all suffered him.
Oh my God.
He was a plague.
I have no respect for TV evangelists because, like, Olstein, what's he worth? $400 million.
Olstein, just so disgusting. They just suck that money in, right?
Yeah, they take money from poor old people that are just trying to buy a ticket to heaven, and it's just not going to work out well for anybody. So they get away from it.
It works out well for him.
Empire of Lies. Gotta love Empire of Lies. I've been kicking it out of the park with them. Amazing how so much of U.S. UK media united claim Russia blew up the Novakov with zero evidence. The U.S., its vassal states, are truly an empire of lies. And that's from The Economist. So, go ahead.
Let me ask you the first thing. When you heard this DM, did you even question for 1 second who had done it?
No, Hardlands Media did it. We all know it.
We all freaking Kit gets out of control. Yeah,
I know.
I was listening to him yesterday morning, and he was a little out there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I love this meme behind me that says Hunter Biden 2028 because fuck your feelings.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I love the meme.
Oh, that's how out of touch we are.
I love the meme that I added at the last minute. Now that Russia collusion is proven a proven lie, when do the trials begin for treason begin?
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. And then there's 7 of 9 Shanda, and then I don't know if that's not Cisco Oz. That's probably Bashur.
I started The Expansion.
The Expanse. It's awesome.
The Expanse. Okay, yeah, I'm like the first season in.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it sucked me in.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. It's great. It's
Okay.
great. They needed to continue it, but they didn't. I liked their enforcer. That guy. He's great. Let me see. What was I gonna say here? I lost my train of thought because my thought.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg. Greta, go home. That's all I can say.
Go
home, Greta. So she's responding to this. Russia blew up Ukraine's Kakova dam, wreaking havoc on civilians and the environment downstream on the Dnipro River. Russia's army was squandered in Ukraine, so it chose to employ water as a weapon. However, this will only increase Ukraine's resolve to drive them off our soil. Greta responds, it's ecocide and is a continuation of Russia's unprovoked full-scale invasion of Ukraine is yet another atrocity which leaves the world lost for words. Our eyes once again are on Russia, who must be held accountable for their crimes. Is there anybody that dumb out there still? Yes, the answer is true.
Yes, there is. There is. Well, I mean, we're questioning whether Greta is told to say these things. 100%. She's told to say these things.
She's old enough to know better, and she says them. She's culpable in the bullshit.
John Kirby admitted this week that, NATO expansion probably caused this, but he doesn't know because he just went to South Florida and didn't even get a history degree or some shit.
Yeah, I know. They're all crazy. But, first of all, why would Russia blow up their own infrastructure?
Well, yeah, and they just worked so hard to reestablish the water connections to a couple of their bases. So basically, Ukraine knocked out a couple of their major bases by doing this infrastructure-wise.
So Ukraine's actually pulling these things, and they're sacrificing whoever the hell they want because they don't care.
And then they can cry on the world stage. Oh my gosh, look what the Russians did to us.
Russia.
Did you see the footage I brought of the women standing in the water with signs that say, look what Russia did to us?
I saw the livestock floating down the river. It was horrible.
It's sad. The houses are freaking completely gone. Yes, I mean, they wiped out freaking villages. It's war crimes. But we've seen so much war crimes and Geneva violations, Geneva Convention violations. Today I saw a video, and I didn't even bother to rip it because it's just so disgusting. I was like, I don't even want to air this shit on my show. But it was Ukrainian soldiers dressing in women's clothes and hiding in a building, trying to act like they were civilians, which is absolutely a Geneva Convention no-no.
Yeah, well, cowardice as well.
The total cowardice, yeah.
So,
let's go to aliens. Here, we missed that, so I go back one. We were talking about something else.
Yeah.
So, yes, China really has built a flying saucer, and you can take it for a spin. And yeah, China has a flying saucer that you can take for a spin. Let me see. This is in the Shaz. I had to translate this website, but it's the Shenzhen province, and this came from the Shenzhen municipal government portal site. So apparently you can rent this thing and take it for a spin.
Well, why wouldn't they be able to? Because with drone technology the way it is, all they have, I'm looking underneath there. It looks like they have a bunch of fans under it, like they had in the Avengers from Marvel. I don't know. I
got to tell you, I saw something 5 years ago, about 5 years ago. And I was already paranoid enough because I just came out of Philadelphia, and I would come home and there would be a drone over my house, or I have military helicopters literally banking on my roof to where I could see the soldiers' feet dangling down. I mean, that's how fucking low they were getting to my house. So I'm driving down the road at sunset, And right at the tree line, I see this thing, and it's probably the size of like a Volkswagen or a car, but it's flatter and it's more compact. And it looks like a drone, but it's much, much bigger. Like it's car size. And it's just hovering at the freaking tree line. And I know I'm not the only one seeing it because everybody's jamming their brakes on coming over this bridge and, little off ramp. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it was.
You sure it wasn't weather balloon from China?
It was probably a Chinese weather balloon.
Yeah.
I've seen some weird shit in the last 5 or 6 years.
I've been seeing weird shit I've been getting that feeling,
Aliens.
Gotta tell you, this, with all the Area 51 lately, it's not a surprise. What is this clown planet? What's going on here?
Well, this is a recap of that thing that went down in Nevada this week with the aliens, where the cops caught something on their dash cam and then these people reported that there was these 10-foot like grays in their backyard, and they blacked out the footage. So this is just a little recap of that. I went into depth with it yesterday on my show.
Yeah, let's check it out.
When a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this.
Like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
I have butterflies, bro. I've only thought of shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like an all-testing top.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with legs.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
Yeah, we only work for the oligarchs, man. We don't chase down aliens. But I gotta ask you and everybody watching, have you asked yourself yet, so you can save yourself from an existential crisis, what will you do when they're real and they're in your front yard or you encounter one? Because that could be a reality very soon.
Well, as long as I'm not on their menu, I think I'd probably say, hey, take me to your leader. I don't know.
Those kids said that these ones had big mouths. They had big mouths, big eyes. They sounded like grays. If you followed UFOs for any length of time, there's a bunch of different ones out there. And they even said there was some Men in Black cruising around with sunglasses.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that too. And that they wouldn't let certain footage or things be shown.
Men in Black, was that a soft disclosure?
Yeah,
you think the government's got a Men in Black program?
Probably. I mean, just distract us some more. I talked to a couple of U.S. Air Force aviators. They don't believe, the ones I talk to don't believe in little green men. And on the other hand, I talk some other flyers that I know, and they absolutely believe in little green men. So
I've known some pilots who believed.
So whatever, but shall we tell them, Shanda, what really happened here?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Let's tell them. Well, Shanda and I, we stopped off there, and then we went to Las Vegas and tried our hands at the
Vegas.
We stopped at Vegas. I did a couple of slots, crap table. Shanda, she's a sucker for roulette.
I am a sucker for roulette.
Then we ended up, they have this picture thing where you can get your picture taken leaving Las Vegas. So that's me and Shanda. Shanda leaving. How tall are you again? You're like 9'7", and I'm 9'8". We're close.
You're like 9'8". Yeah,
we're really close. So looking good there, Shanda.
Thanks. It was a good time. It was a good time had for all. Crazy Papa says, I would prefer to be an alien. And I want to thank Jim for the super ray over on the Rockfin. Yeah.
Jim.
I think it's Jim. I want to make sure. Yeah, it's Jim. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Crazy Papa. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. What is this cranberry?
No, this is more Vegas, but I got questions. For one, how do they know they're Mormons? Did they ask them?
The aliens were Mormons?
No, these crickets taking over Nevada.
Oh, I thought this was a Bartles and James commercial, and that was cranberries. Okay, let's take a look.
It's like the popcorn noise underneath your tire.
No.
And then the smell is extremely bad. It smells like dead fish.
Tiana Damon says the crickets have made Elko their home, taking over parking lots, porches, and plants.
The little bit of vegetation we can have out here in Elko, they're gonna eat it all.
Nevada State entomologist Jeff Knight says Mormon crickets are cyclical creatures. The last outbreak in northern Nevada was around 2006.
This go-around started about 2019. We expect populations to be high for 4 to 6 years.
These are crickets, not roaches.
Drop back down again.
Yeah, they're crickets.
And we won't see them.
What?
We expect populations to be high for 4 to 6 years.
Oh, hell no!
I see what you see. I see what you've been covering. I see what everybody's seen and asking myself, what the hell is going on?
Could be worse. Could be something else. Could be those Egyptian beetles that eat flesh. So,
have you ever gone through a bug swarm like out in the desert?
I try to avoid
They're so
them.
gross.
Yeah.
I've gone through a moth swarm once that was so bad you couldn't even drive. Like we were stopping like every 2 or 3 miles and having to wash the moth dust and guts off the windshield. And yeah, it was bad. One time I went through a cricket thing in Kansas, and it's insane when you go through a big swarm.
Yeah, no, it is. Did you know that aliens were in somebody's Bible at one time? Here's a rendering here as 2 aliens walking up to the crucifixion. Do you know what we need to do? We need to get the fuck out of here. That's what we need to do. I would agree with those sentiments, wouldn't you? I mean,
I would. It's a wacky, wacky planet.
Yeah, we are barbarians on this planet, and this one, the Gitmo Express here, I thought I'd bring that. A little Turnabout's Fair Play.
I wish.
Yeah.
Is that Quentin Tarantino?
The Quentin Tarantino, and there's the Prince over there, and there's Hunter and Joe.
Or who's behind him? I see Schumer and Nancy.
And there's Will Ferrell, and there's Anthony Weiner, Chuck Schumer. Lady Gaga's back there. I don't know what the hell.
Oh, good. She deserves to be on there.
Are these people, Fauci, Gates, is this Epstein's list? Is that what this is?
No, Epstein's list is so much bigger. So much bigger. I'm sure a lot of them made that list, though.
Yeah, they got Evil Mickey there, too. So I guess
Evil Mickey's never fun.
It's contrived, everybody. This is Satire Saturday
But
night.
this looks fun. I would so do this.
You would do this?
I would love to do this. So the annual Mrs. Roper bar crawl happened in Hillcrest, San Diego. And come on, you guys got to remember who Mrs. Roper is, right? She was the downstairs landlady on Three's Company.
Yeah, wasn't there a Mr. Roper?
Mr. Roper, yeah.
Yeah, I think
the Ropers. I think they even got their own spinoff. Didn't they have their own spinoff
for like a year? I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Funny. That is funny.
Yeah, Mrs. Roper, kind of sexy. What is this all about?
I think this is another United spot, but I think this was before he got arrested.
Okay, let's check it out.
Well, they found more classified documents.
Oh, it's loud.
Again? So that must mean we're over here at Joe Biden's house. Oh, man, this is getting bad. How am I going to make this go away? I got it. All right, Trump, give it up. You're under arrest. For what? What? For what? I can't understand him. Take his censorship mask off. I said for what? I'm not really sure. You guys know why he's being arrested? I don't even know where I am right now. You guys have no clue why you're arresting me? You guys gonna do something? I didn't hear you. I didn't say anything. Is there anything in here we can use to lock Trump up? It doesn't look like it. So I'm not in trouble here? Of course not. It's not your fault somebody planted these documents in your Corvette. That's what I've been saying all along.
It has come to our attention that the classified documents found in Joe Biden's Corvette were planted by none other than Donald Trump.
We don't want people like you in America, Trump. This is ridiculous. Shouldn't you do nothing? Democrats be investigating Hunter Biden or Epstein's client list? Stupid. Democrats don't investigate Democrats.
Yeah. Why would we investigate ourselves?
Welcome back to another episode of Nothing's Gonna Happen to the Biden. So can you guys tell me why I'm being arrested?
I don't know, but we'll think of something.
Well, what if I didn't run for president?
Well, I mean, if you don't run for president, I mean, there's really no reason for you to be arrested, right?
Not at all.
Now, I know a lot of you out there are probably wondering, where didn't he have classified documents? Well, I had some in my bedroom, but don't worry. The door was locked.
So all I gotta do is not run for president and you won't arrest me?
I'm not trying to pressure you or anything, but you was out of jail?
No deal.
Well, then you're under arrest. Take him away.
So let me get this straight. You got a crime wave in New York City. The banking system is collapsing. The border is wide open. But arresting me is your top priority?
Yes, it is.
This is political prosecution.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to ask my supporters to peacefully protest this injustice.
Peaceful protest? That's against the law. Who do you think you are? America? I mean, I wouldn't leave classified documents in an unlocked garage in an unlocked Corvette. I mean, come on, man. I'm not stupid.
Shouldn't classified documents be kept in a secure location?
A locked garage is a secure location.
It is?
Of course it is. I mean, I keep all my classified documents in the garage. I also keep my classified documents in the medicine cabinet. Nobody gonna look there.
Joe, this seems really careless and irresponsible.
Listen here, Jack. I take classified documents as serious as I take America. You see that garage right there? That's made out of wood. Ain't nobody getting in there.
Are you sure?
Oh, damn it.
What's wrong?
I locked my keys outside my car again.
Oh.
How the hell am I gonna get home now?
You need some help?
Nah, I just call a locksmith. Hey, America, are you distracted yet?
No, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was.
It was. Well, we'll give it to him. Adam Schiff, they got him nailed. I don't know. What are you going to do?
I think Pelosi got new dentures in this round, too.
Jax Page knocks it out of the park. He looks so pale and completely mental checked out.
Yes.
But sure, 4 more years. 4 more years. And to Jack's point here, let's just watch. Notice how his hands are stationary, hanging at his sides.
Oh, it's so sad. It's so I worked in dementia Alzheimer wards, Oz, for years, and this is a guy who's in the final years. I mean,
this is not funny. It's serious, but it's ironically funny in the sense this guy's the leader of the unfree country, the free world, unfree world. I don't know.
Hey, he's getting stuff done for the oligarchs, though. That's all that matters.
That's all he is. He's a sock puppet for the oligarchy, and that's.
Yep.
And I'd have that debate anywhere, anytime. Thank you, Jax. It's always good to put your stuff up along with some of our.
I agree with you. He looks so pale and old and frail and.
Yeah. It's terrible, but he looks pretty good here, doesn't he? You brought this.
Well, come on. We all know. He might not have done it himself, but he definitely freaking gave the go ahead.
Yeah, and he called it. Now, this might be a little controversial. It's from the Cato Institute, and you know
Cato?
What? The Cato Institute. I just thought the headline was funny. Nearly a third of Gen Z favors the government installing surveillance cameras in their home.
I know.
Why?
My kids are all for it. They're like,
why?
Yeah, hook me up, put that shit main vein in me, hook me into the system. I'm ready.
That I assume this includes the Ring cameras on your front doors, right?
They all of my kids have Ring cameras. All of my kids have Ring cameras.
I can almost see those, except giving.
They all have Siri's. They all have Alexas.
Are we just screwed? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're fully embracing technology.
Well, I 100%. Embrace technology too, but once never mind.
Well, they have this mentality of who cares if you're not doing anything wrong,
Yeah.
And that's where the social credit score comes in. It's like you don't get it. You can't give them an inch because they'll take it all.
Yeah, you're gonna have your bank accounts and everything else. I'm just gonna touch this briefly. It got the shit beat out of it this week.
This
Good
behind me is fucking
God. When you've bombed twice as many countries as Bush, and your party still believes you're anti-war, and then there's Hillary Clinton. That's
exactly.
This is a keeper. Please don't delete this from the deck.
No, I'm keeping this one. Yeah, that was a good one.
And here's the Jesus of the Green Party, Howie Hawkins. Some in the peace movement call for a ceasefire and negotiations by U.S.-led Western imperialists with Russian imperialists to carve up Ukraine between them and call it peace. Stop pressuring Ukraine to accept partition. Sign this petition. And he said we had to destroy the city in order to save it. Howie Hawkins.
I'm so grossed out that I actually voted for that puke, and I knew that he had rigged. They had rigged the Greens. But who else was I going to vote for? Biden?
No, I couldn't. Same with him. I can't. I don't think the guy's got the IQ of a straw. Personally,
he's just a Dem. He's just a Dem with a different name.
I don't know. I would. Anyway, enough of that shit. Have no more use for that guy. We have a new format for our Sabby Says. Do you like it? I found a gorgeous picture of Sabrina Salvati, and so we switched it up and we cleaned it up and we set it a little differently. What do you guys think? Isn't that a good shot of Sabrina?
Looks good.
It looks good. So I brought a little clip of her tonight for our Sabby Sab segment. Please, if you haven't or know somebody that you might be able to get to subscribe to Sabby Sabs, I am shooting for 50K by July 5th. I don't think I'm going to make it, but man, I hope we can get her close. But she's up to 41.2 this week. I think she got 300 or 400 subs this week. And the math doesn't work out because she was growing like a couple of thousand. And maybe it was the stint on Rising and some of the other shows she was on that gave her a boost. But I hope we can get her close to 50,000 by July 5th.
That interview with Cornell that she did should get her a boost too, because that was a good interview. I thought it was great.
Save that super chat till we finish listening to this. And we're going to let Sabby say it like it is right now. Here you go. Sabrina Savati, Sabby Says.
That. The article reads, the Burisma executive explained to the confidential source that Burisma had to pay the Bidens because Ukrainian prosecutor Viktor Shokin was investigating Burisma, and explained how difficult it would be to enter the US market in the midst of that investigation. This Burisma executive allegedly told the confidential source that he had to pay both Joe Biden and Hunter Biden $5 billion each as some kind of retainer to deal with a number of issues, including the investigation led by...
Pause. That is absolutely insane. This is so dirty and grimy and corrupt. Listen to how much money they were being paid, guys.
Executive allegedly told the confidential source that he had to pay both Joe Biden and Hunter Biden $5 billion each as some kind of retainer to deal with a number of issues, including the investigation led by Shokin.
$5 million. That's insane. This is the bribe that they're referring to, the $5 million. So we had a former president who is being, Jesus, I can't make this up. We have a former president who is being indicted. We have a current president who took bribes where he was paid $5 million because of Hunter Biden's business dealings in Ukraine. And here we are funding Ukraine, giving them billions of dollars to supposedly fight in this war. Now, come on now.
Come on now.
Let's put all of this together, guys. Hearing all of this, if you still believe that Russia blew up their own pipeline, their own bridge, their own dam, after all of this, guys, put the pieces of the puzzle together. All roads lead to Joe.
Yep.
Let's go on.
The sources also claim that these $5 million payments to both Bidens were done through various bank accounts so that investigators would not be able to unravel this for at least 10 years.
Which means they knew they were doing something that was wrong. If they're doing it through multiple bank accounts so that you can't track it, they knew that what they were doing is wrong. They knew that shit was illegal. So again, where is the indictment against Joe Biden?
Yeah. I mean, if that's actually true, they should be going after Biden with.
It is true. They've got the proof, and there's so much more out there. They've got these whistleblowers that can track out like most of these payments. I mean, they're all so corrupt. It's all disgusting. And that's the reality of this election. So can we really take any conversation about who's running for president serious? They're all criminals. Nobody's ever held to account. And no person who actually represents the everyday people of this country will ever get close to taking control, changing legislation. Till we get money out of politics, nothing will ever change this way. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse. Yeah.
You want to read that crazy puppet?
Crazy Puppet says, because they are not educated about privacy, their fees for service can be asserted for their willing disclosure and maliciously could be sold to a third party. Yeah, go ahead and pay a third party to know and hold your privacy. Yeah, and that's the point, right? We have no privacy anymore, and we willingly give it away.
Yeah, I hear you, but they're not putting that shit in my house. They can see everything I'm looking at on the computer, and I don't care about that, but I do care that they are doing it. They shouldn't be doing it. It's violation of my rights and my privacy and everything else. They're scumbags, and they need to stop. Don't ever let them into your house to do anything. No cameras, no nothing.
They don't need to anymore. They don't need to. We give them access through all this equipment.
I've got my own perimeter cameras, and you know where they go? They go right to my stuff, and they're locked out of the internet. So that's just the way it is.
Short circuit, yeah.
Yep. So anyway, you brought this?
Oh, yeah, it's cute. Maybe I won't be with you all your life, but I will be with you until the end of mine. We love our puppies.
That almost brings me a tear because, as you know, and everybody else, Dharma's getting a little bit long, and I'm going to be hurting one of these days for a long time. She's been with me a long time. She's the last connection I had to my parents. But, she, and just on a shitty note, they won't refill her pain meds unless I bring her down to see the doctor. I mean, she's 14 plus years old. She's an elderly dog.
Just like humans, it's all about that money. They got to get you charged, $120 for an office visit.
So charge me the $120. Don't put the stress on my dog. Call in the damn prescription and let's be done with it. Come on, guys. I'll pay your extortion. And I don't mean to be mean to my
I always
vet.
say that to the receptionist. Just be like, look, charge me an office visit, but I'm not bringing my dog in.
Let me tell you, Monday morning, I'm going to be very tactful and very kind, but they will be filling that prescription Monday morning, and I will make an appointment to bring her down just so they can get their pound of flesh.
Yeah,
and
right.
I understand they have bills to pay too, and I want them to be able to make enough money to pay their staff and to keep the business going so it'll help other dogs. But it just gripes me that they hold you by the pain medication for an elderly dog.
They do that for diabetes medications or heart meds for humans.
You can't have it unless you see me, so die. Anyway, exactly. You brought what's the guy's name this week? Pontoon?
Fashion. Yeah, this is our fashion. So no, this is Kanye West and his new wife. I think her name's Bianca or something like that. But this is what they wore to church this week. Of course, he's been walking around without these or with socks that are shoes. I don't know. And now he's bringing 80s shoulder pads back. So yay, fashion.
What about the mosquito net over his wife's head?
I don't know what that's all about. But it looks like she has baby bumpers around her, like
yeah, that's
a dog cone.
Yeah,
I
dog
don't
cone.
know.
Just get the dog cone in there.
Yeah.
Is that your new high heels there down in the corner, Shanda? Is that?
Those are my summer heels, man. I got the summer manicure going on.
What'd you do? Get them from the Crypt Keeper or what?
The Crypt Keeper, Pelosi. I use the same stylist
Pelosi
as Pelosi
style. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got here with True Don't?
Oh, True Don't. I don't know. Let's just hear what True Don't has to say.
Do we have to?
Do we have to? Oh, yeah, they're just blocking Canadians.
If you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram and things look a little different, you've probably been included in a recent ban on Canadian news. The weeks-long pilot from Meta will affect up to 5% of users here, about 1.2 million people, as the company looks to potentially suspend it permanently.
Social media giant Meta says it will be blocking news on Facebook and Instagram in Canada for some users as the Senate considers the Online News Act, or Bill C-18.
If you're an affected user, you won't be able to share news articles or even see them, nor can you access the pages of media outlets. They can continue to post, but some of it won't be viewable in Canada. Media experts are concerned the ban fuels the spread of misinformation.
It says, quote, while these products tests are temporary, we intend to end the availability of news content in Canada permanently following the passage of Bill C-18. The government says it will not be threatened into pulling the bill.
Our door is open to make appropriate changes. We will not, however, let ourselves be bullied. We will demand that web giants do their fair share.
I don't believe that either big tech or big government should censor what people see and say online. Conservatives are the only party that will protect Canadians against government and big tech censorship and allow everyone to express themselves freely.
It's for your safety.
For your safety. Yeah, it's for your safety that you won't be able to get news and you won't be allowed to share news because you're like that 5% of the population that we've identified as a problem.
To our Canadian and Australian friends, they are doing this on steroids in Australia and I guess in Canada now. Kate, are they doing that to you in Canada?
That's scary.
This is bullshit. I hope you guys got some people up there that will let them know they shouldn't do that. You have to get rid of Trudeau. You have to. Yes. He has to go. Now and then, Linda, our executive producer, now you just send a message in the chat. Then you had to send a self-addressed stamped envelope, SASE, to Box 350, Boston, Massachusetts, Ohio, or OH2134. That's what the hell?
That was funny, Linda. That was a fucking good one. I totally forgot about that. Send a self-addressed envelope too. We used to do that shit all through the 70s and 80s.
I never did that.
Oh my God, I did. Mail away for stuff? Heck yeah.
Ah, shit. I think I mailed away for something in a cereal box one time. It was like a model airplane or something.
Sure, cereal box.
Good news, everybody. U.S. intelligence has irrefutable proof that Russia blew up the Nova Kakhovka Dam. And here it is. Here it is. Irrefutable proof.
Well, anything Pal has to say, I absolutely believe.
Yeah, they had to really go long distance.
He resurrect from hell and come back to do this?
Yeah, he had to do that. So,
Isn't he dead? Yeah, he's dead. I remember making the hell meme for him.
I gotta remind everybody, this is a PSA. The face of a corporate propagandist makes when encountering an actual journalist for the first time, and that's the face they make. Shanda, you've got when it's 2023 and they're still calling you a conspiracy theorist. Are you a conspiracy theorist, Shanda?
Some would say. Some will say.
This one pissed me off. I don't get
me too.
I don't really get pissed off that easy, but this one did, everybody. This is Johnny Graz. This is beyond disgusting. Yeah, Johnny, this is beyond disgusting.
I want to thank our dear friend Bobby Kennedy, phenomenal friend of Israel and the Jewish community, for joining us to celebrate Israel Parade on Israel's 75th birthday. Bobby, this crowd loves you. God bless Israel. I'm going to be a champion for Israel as president, and God bless America. And you see how much they have, the love they've shown you, your family's legacy, your family's contribution to America, and the friendship between Israel and the United States. And God bless you, Bobby. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bob. Okay, let's get.
Well, everybody knows you can't win the presidency without Israel. So.
Yeah, well, my lips started to crack watching that one.
So did his. He was kissing ass so hard.
Now this isn't pasta Kirby. This is a real Kirby.
No, this is a double good feature because not only is it John Kirby, but you get some Christine Amanpour.
Oh my God, Christine!
I know you love Christine.
Yeah, Christine. I'm not poor. Yeah, that's her. I get it.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Right now, can you give us any up-to-date information about what's happening around that dam? It's obviously a catastrophic breach, and it's affected huge numbers of people and lives, and there's just so much environmental and humanitarian disaster there. What do you know about the state of that dam right now?
Well, obviously, there was a significant breach that caused all that flooding. We still don't have specific information about how that breach occurred, and we're doing the best we can talking to Ukrainian authorities to try to assess that. But really, honestly, much of our focus right now, I mean, the predominant amount of our focus is on helping alleviate some of the humanitarian concerns that you just mentioned. Tens of thousands of Ukrainians in the southern part of the country, all the way down to Kherson, are having to evacuate their homes and leave their businesses behind. There have been casualties, lives have been lost. Obviously, there's a lack of water, there's a lack of power. So we're doing everything we can, working through USAID and our humanitarian partners on the ground to get aid and assistance to where it's needed. In fact, Christian, within hours of the breach, USAID had worked with their partners on the ground to get buses available to just get people out of the flood waters and get them out of danger. We have provided boats, water purification equipment, obviously water itself, and other rescue gear. And so we're going to stay in touch with the Ukrainians about what they need going forward. They can count on the United States to continue to support.
You mentioned water, and we understand that only, sort of shipped in water, so to speak, can be used for drinking. They're entirely reliant on outside water coming in. President Zelensky has also said publicly that Russia is in fact firing on people who are trying to evacuate and on any assistance measures. This is what he said.
Such propaganda.
The situation is extremely difficult. Russian troops do not stop artillery strikes at the very territory where people are being evacuated. Unfortunately, they are wounded from their terrorist attacks. People who are rescuing and evacuating from the Russian ecocide are also forced to flee from Russian fire.
John Kirby, there is a lot of anger inside Ukraine about the notion that they may be considered, responsible for it. On the one hand, on the other hand, everybody knows that Russia has been bombarding this area for a long time, and the threat to this dam has been public concern for a long, long time. Do you really think that it's anything other than Russia?
Well, we don't really know. We just don't know what caused the breach of the dam. And again, we're trying to assess that as best we can. We're not on the ground, but we're trying to do the best we can to assess it. I think it's fair to say that we all need to recognize Russia was illegally in that part.
You know what?
And it goes on for like 10 minutes of her trying to get him to say that it was Russia, and he won't say, definitively that it's Russia. But let's just take a second to think about if we truly did it and Ukraine truly did it and the allies, how sociopathic this shit is for them to go on television and be like, they're firing at us during such a crisis.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, it's so gross.
And that Christine Amanpour should be embarrassed for herself. All she was doing was leading him, setting him up for more State Department talking points. And she herself was using State Department talking points. She's a goddamn disgrace. I remember when I thought she was a damn good reporter.
Me too. Iraq war on the ground in Cairo, live on CNN. Now I look back and I go, oh my God, how much propaganda was I fucking eating back?
That was sickening. I almost threw up on my keyboard and we wouldn't be able to finish the show.
Cream of bullshit. I have to bring it.
Oh my God. Now here's Fox. What's going on here?
This Fox, well, this is the Democrats and the State Department. Was this the State Department? listing moms as terrorists,
moms.
domestic
Okay,
terrorists.
moms.
Parents.
Okay.
Parents, yeah.
Thank you. The Southern Poverty Law Center releasing their annual report on hate and extremist groups, including neo-Nazis, anti-government militias, and apparently parental rights organizations. The advocacy group adding a dozen such organizations, including Moms for Liberty, to their list. This, as we learned that the researcher behind the latest edition reportedly met with Biden national security officials back in January. Tiffany Justice is one of the co-founders of Moms for Liberty, and she joins us now. Good morning to you, Tiffany.
Good morning, Ainsley. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for coming on. What is your reaction to this?
It's just absolutely absurd. I mean, we are parents who are concerned about the state of education in America and the future of our country. And to be put on a list like this, I mean, it's just ridiculous, to be honest with you. And you're right. Parents were called domestic terrorists by the Department of Justice at the bidding of the NSBA. And now, again, we see what looks like a coordinated effort against parents, again, to silence and suppress us. And the question really is, why are we such a threat?
Welcome to the party, Tiffany. They're coming after all of us.
Yeah, Southern Poverty Law Center has been terrible. So the first time I realized how terrible they were was in 2016, and they've just been a shit show ever since. A lot of them are like that. Even I've had problems with Amnesty International over the years, not standing up for the right shit.
I know. They're
this
folding.
is such a slippery slope. They start throwing people on watch lists.
A real slippery slope, because
scary.
This was what they worried about when they used to call it a slippery slope, and they're actually doing it now. So we're on the slope slipping. So it's horrible. Now we can't go without our cream of bullshit from MSNBS. Aaron Mazzei, Trump-Russia conspiracy theorist, Rachel Maddow, and she is in fact, because she's been debunked on her Russiagate shit. You have to wonder if the DOJ would drop Trump's case in exchange for him never running for office again. Lawrence O'Donnell reminds her that this is exactly what Trump accuses the DOJ of trying to achieve. Now, I'm going to play this. Try not to vomit.
I'll try.
But just listen to these cucks once again.
Ugh.
You have to wonder if the Justice Department is considering whether there is some political solution to this criminal problem, whether part of the issue here is not just that Trump has committed crimes, but that Trump has committed crimes and plans on being back in the White House. Do they consider, as part of a potential plea offer, something that would proscribe him from running for office again? I don't know.
I would imagine if anything like that happened, that it would have to come from the defense side of the negotiation, that the Trump team would say, oh, by the way, and with this, we will also, drop out of the race for president. Otherwise, it would put the Justice Department in this position that Donald Trump claims they're in. He claims they're trying to stop him, simply trying to stop him from becoming president again, and that's the only reason they're doing this. So my guess, given those dynamics and the change, I think, in the way the Justice Department sees this in those 50 years since Spiro Agnew, it just seems unlikely that they would reach into the political zone of the solution. Our politics does have to find a solution to this, but it might have to find that solution separate and apart from the criminal process.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the expertise of Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell manufacturing consent.
Yep,
that's
exactly
all they did in that segment.
So nauseating.
That was just horrible. And you want to talk about responsible for death? You're looking at her right there. Rachel Maddow propagandized with Russiagate and the jab for years, and I believe she's culpable and responsible for more deaths that occurred during that time because of her pure propaganda on the unknowing, unwilling, or educated as far as things are American public. The ones that depended on her to tell the truth and ill-informed. She was and is America's top liar, as far as I'm concerned.
She is. She absolutely and has been for a long time.
And Chris Lick out at CNN, no surprise there. They had to take a fall guy, and the talent basically pushed him out because he was trying to do something. They didn't like it, so they took him out. And I don't.
Well, no, they're scrambling. This is a sinking ship. They're scrambling to try to freshen it up, change it up, and nothing's going to work. Nothing's going to work. Those days are over.
Burn themselves to the ground. What do you got here?
Yeah, let's see some Joey B. Tunes. This is another tourist and Idiocracy 2.
Yeah, I saw some lady go up to a buffalo the other day and get a selfie. She was 2 feet away.
Why?
The buffalo was sitting on the ground. It was like, hey, gore much? Here you go.
So stupid.
Ah, jeez, not these people again. You'd think Darwinism would have weeded these dummies out by now. There's got to be a bison whisperer somewhere who could give these animals some sort of incentive to speed up the process. Yeah, what a surprise. Would you think it was going to stand on its hind legs and welcome you to the park? Look at her, and she checks her phone mid-stumble. Yeah, that's a normal reaction during an animal attack. Why does nothing these people do make sense? None of you thought this scenario was a bad idea? 4 brains and they're all shot.
We know a lot of people are taking summer vacations, and this is another good reminder animals are not photo props.
Don't tell the dummies that. We should be convincing these people to climb active volcanoes next.
Thankfully, the bison stays back.
Thankfully, the bison stays back. Whose side are you on here?
Bottom line, you can and should enjoy the wildlife, but from a safe distance using common sense.
Will you stop warning these people? This is almost as irresponsible as putting warning labels on everything.
Hey, you guys are too close. Don't touch the wildlife. He's a dangerous animal.
Come on, if you got to tell a woman at that age something a small child learns around the time it's told to not put its hand on the stove, you must have a hard time identifying a lost cause. There's no helping these people. There we go. Good to see one be a bit more proactive. What kind of world are we in when a 2,000-pound wild beast approaches a group of people and they laugh?
Oh, no.
This thing's got to look at us the same way we look at a pest infestation. And he's like, all right, I guess I got to clean this place up myself. Yeah, what do you think I am, an animatronic Disney attraction? I'm gonna fucking gore you.
Oh, are you okay?
Are you okay? Oh, you people disgust me.
Oh my gosh, he's bleeding.
Yeah, he's lucky I don't do a moonsault off the railing onto him, too. Now get the hell out of here before I start goring everybody. These things don't like you. When will you people understand this?
I just want to get by, okay? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't talk down to him like that. You're gonna regret it.
Didn't want to go through the bushes again.
Oh, you don't want to go through the bushes again? Did you hear that? I got a feeling you're going right back in them.
No. Oh, shit. Oh my God!
Oh, I could listen to this.
Oh, shit.
Please, people, enjoy your vacations, but don't pet the wildlife.
That's okay.
Or take photos with them.
I love the Darwin Awards. It's
Darwin Awards, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Joey B, he cracks me up.
All right, what do you got here? Somebody riding, is this, what is?
This is the future of airfare.
What, stack seats?
Stack seating, heck yeah.
Oh, my God.
Stadium seating.
Just when you thought air travel couldn't get any more miserable, wait until you see what could possibly be the future of flying.
Check this out. A double-decker airplane seat is making a comeback. That is, if a 20-year-old airplane seat designer, Alejandro Nunez Vincente, gets his way. Well, the designer is showcasing his design this week at the Aircraft Interiors Expo in Germany. He believes double-level seating is the future of economy flying, so we'll see what happens.
Dude, I do not want some
farting in your face. Farting in your face or worse.
Yeah.
No worries.
No, thank you.
Yeah, excuse me, miss. I'll have the beans and the rice for dinner. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're doomed. We're doomed.
We're doomed.
We're doomed. All right, Linda, this is our second yum yum for the night. This is
Yum,
Linda.
yum.
Pepto-Bismol cake. Sounds delicious.
Yummy.
Barbie pink paint shortage? Nope. Even though the making of the new Barbie movie required nearly a bazillion gallons of Barbie pink paint, and the movie's popularity has created a strain on the ability of home improvement stores to keep up with the sudden demand for the color, you can find a way around shortages of the coveted shade of paint with a simple name change. Instead of requesting Barbie pink, try asking for Pepto-Bismol pink paint. It's nearly the same color and there won't be a run on it.
Wow.
So she had mixed metaphors with that
It
one.
is. Yeah, she did. That is a crazy story. I have seen it. So thank you for bringing that, Linda.
Yeah, Linda, thank you. Just a point of fact here. She created the Russian hoax. He knew it. He knew it. And he knew it.
Yep.
When standardized people gaze in disbelief down at the rabbit hole of your news feed. And yeah, that's exactly. I love that.
It's true.
I love that lipstick on a pig meme. I'm keeping
Lipstick
that.
on a pig.
I'm keeping that. Stick around, everybody. We're almost out of here for the evening. We've got Supertramp for our outgo tonight.
Great outgo.
And
Yeah.
it's really great. You want to hear a little music before you head out to the bar tonight and whatever you're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to happen, Oz. The most stunning medical quote ever made by a Harvard professor. The FDA protects the big drug companies and is subsequently rewarded, and using the government's policy powers, they attack those who threaten the big drug companies. The thing that bugs me is that people think that the FDA is protecting them. It isn't. What the FDA is doing and what the public thinks it is doing this are as different as night and day. And that's Herbert Lay, former commissioner of the U.S. FDA.
Well,
he would know.
You can replace the FDA with any of them, the EPA, the DEA, and that's what they do. That's what they're designed to do. The opposite, the complete opposite of whatever you think their mission is what they're actually doing.
Good news for real estate. It's too late. Arctic summer ice, climate scientists find we're not going to be able to save it. So reef, everybody out there in Florida, maybe you're high enough. California coast, to be sure, you will be underwater at some point in the not too distant future. So move inland, everybody. That's where it's hot and it's not. I was looking at this the other day, Shanda, and I was looking at that prick gave me fleas too. That was funny. But you want to talk about your grocery experience from today?
Oh, okay. So a woman with $20 of groceries before going home to her $15,000 house in 1980. And yeah, I have raised 3 kids on a budget. I remember going grocery shopping and having $25 a week to spend, right?
Yeah.
I know how to budget. I've been poor my whole life. I can't do it anymore. I'm so fucking frustrated. I go to the store, I know what I got, and everything just costs so much more than what I have. And I'm constantly, it's frustrating. And my thing is if I'm frustrated, I don't have little kids at home anymore. My kids are all grown and have their own kids now, but if I was trying to feed a family of small kids, I would be losing my shit right now with the way prices are. I mean, I can limp through and go with only one meal a day. But when you've got a family full of kids, I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know how everyday people are doing it.
I don't either. Matter of fact,
not bad.
Joey and I are going to start selling eggs again. And we're selling them. Tell me if we're too high. $18, or excuse me, not $18. 18 eggs for $5.
Oh, no, that's great. That's great.
So we're going to put them out in the box.
That's a good deal. That's an actual good deal.
And they're farm fresh,
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
They're here. We have Shitlib Bingo, everybody, for those who haven't played this game. Anti-vaxxer, racist, Putin puppet, turf, anti-Semite, right-winger, homophobe, Trumper, and doorknob.
My favorite, doorknob. I've embraced being a doorknob. I've been a doorknob for many, many years. And you know what I love about Jimmy the most is he'll admit when he's got it wrong. And, you know, that's what makes a open-minded thinker is somebody who can reevaluate the information and say, hey, I was wrong and I see where I was wrong. And yeah, maybe you're wrong too.
He kind of has to keep up his credibility, like everybody should.
Like everybody should.
You know. Exactly. Anyway, you brought this roundabout.
Roundabouts. Let's see. Roundabouts achieve a 90% reduction in fatal collisions when compared to traditional stop signs or signal control intersections. They also lower wait times and save on gas. Have you had a traffic circle pop up next to you?
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact,
I've had quite a few of them
in the last
10
month.
years.
We've got a brand new one up here on the road. So.
Oh my God, we're a retirement community. When they first started putting them in, they couldn't figure it out, man. They would like drive over the top of it. They drive in the middle of it. They go the wrong way. I've seen some crazy shit in this town with the traffic circles.
My generation on up. I handle it okay because I've been using them for quite a few years where I was.
Right.
But,
once you get used to them, they are a little. I think they are handier. But.
Yeah, but some of them they make some slight mistakes on, and you quickly find out.
It's the multi-lane ones that drive me crazy in the big cities. I hate those.
Well,
ones.
yeah, it's like, do I want to go straight or do I want to turn the curve? And this is Fox News. Tells Tucker Carlson he violated his. Did you bring his contract on the new Twitter show?
Yep.
You brought this?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about it.
I'll probably go in depth more on my show Monday. But this has been rumored for a while now that Tucker hasn't been officially fired from Fox, that he's still under contract, and that they're trying to shut him down, telling him he doesn't have the right to go out there and say whatever he wants on social media. And of course, his lawyers have said, suck it. He does have the right. So,
well, I'm glad.
I don't know.
I'm glad somebody.
Tucker hasn't confirmed it as far as I know, but that's what I've been hearing.
They're trying to claw back some of that money that he's due. And I'm glad he's fighting this back, but most of them bend the knee and just do it because they get millions of dollars in their fucking.
Oh, he proved to Fox they fucked up bad. I mean, 88 million views on Twitter. Come on. That's insane.
It was up to 110 today. So
I'm sure.
You know, and people will dispute that. Our sister Kim Iverson will dispute it, but however they do it over there, he's got 110 million.
I didn't even watch it on Twitter. I watched it probably on Jimmy Dore or something, you know.
Yeah, no, it's say what you want about the algorithm. Maybe it was 50,000 views, whatever. But the point is that 110 million views, everybody gets a certain amount of views. So the trending on all these views for all these shows, he was king of the trending of the views.
Yeah,
and that's all that matters is, you know, what's being said out there. So anyway, Stoner Corner.
So, yeah, if you Canadians could start planting pot in your forest for next time, that'd be great. And kids today don't know the struggle. Oh, my God.
Oh, God, I use that one.
Oh, God. And my joints are stiff. It's because you're rolling them too tight.
Oh,
what is this
Grandma.
bottom one? I can't read the bottom one.
Oh, the alien?
Alien.
I know why they're here.
I know why they're here.
Yeah.
They're here for our good chronic.
Yes,
that's why they're here.
That's why they're here.
It is.
Just a PSA, remind everybody to tell Hollywood to go fuck themselves.
Go fuck themselves.
And please do, because as much of a hypocrite as I am, and we do watch things like Expanse and things on TV, I got to tell you, Expanse is one of the most smartly written sci-fi
Oh, good.
top sci-fi ever. Is very well done. Very well done. That's when they had actual writers and they paid them and they took care of them.
yeah.
So
they now they
want
them well.
now they want
Right.
the Terminator to come in and start writing scripts. So that's what they're going to do. We have Madonna World Tour 2073. If anybody's interested.
2373.
2373. If anybody's interested.
You know what's mind blowing? If you think about it, kids being born right now could live to see 2300. Is that how are we going to say that? 2300, 23?
No, that would be 300
Or is
years.
it
3 years. No, that would be 2023. 100 years
No,
if they lived 100 years.
No.
We're the 20th century. We're 2024, right?
Right.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay,
You're breaking my brain.
I know it's breaking my brain too. I'll have to think about it when I'm off air and not stoned.
You know what you're trying to say. We believe women when they speak up, but not you.
2100.
Definitely not you. So they're going to believe women, and there's Alyssa Milano, DNC approved, except for,
and definitely not you.
Yeah. Tara,
exactly. And that's what they did. That's why Me Too got canceled, and they deserve to be canceled and stay canceled because they were driven by policy and whatever the Democratic Party wanted. Yes, 2100. Natalie Williams, thank you for fixing my brain.
Yeah, but Anita Hill and Tara Reid, no way. No way,
yeah, exactly.
man. No way. Yep. If they would have believed Anita Hill, we wouldn't be suffering Clarence Thomas right now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
so true.
Anyway, all the world's a stage, and every entertainer plays a role in keeping this secret from you. You put that in there, right?
Yep.
That's true. Those are that's their job.
They're the Illuminati. Yeah. No, they're all their brains are broken. Did you see that they've got Ezra Miller all like silent, like he's not allowed to do interviews because Flash is getting ready to drop, and they want to be able to get a second sequel out of him. And he's been such a fucking troublemaker. I finished The Stand, and I got to tell you, the two best parts of that movie was when Ezra Miller brings in the nuke and it goes boom, or when Amber Heard throws herself off a building. I was like, okay, that was worth watching.
They're in that movie?
Yes, both of them are in The Stand. Yeah.
Does Whoopi live?
No.
Good. No. Okay, in The Stand, in the movie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, all these shit lives metaphorically die.
Yeah, that's great. Great loss in the music world. George Winston, $1 million selling pianist known for his melodic style, dead at age 73. If you haven't, the guy has a repertoire that is just fantastic, and it's electronic, basically kind of music, but kind of like Fresh Air, Mannheim Steamroller sort of stuff,
Yeah.
Great stuff. Died at the age of 73. I think that's a little bit young, but talent. We lost another one. We wanted to shout him out today. And you brought a Fiorella Isabella says.
He says, this is a great interview she did on RT with this is Modi. Is that who it is? Yeah. Modi Vladimir Modi, I think.
So pull the trigger on this?
Yeah.
The NRC report. We're now joined live by Modibe Modiba, an investigative journalist and co-founder of the Insight Factor. Welcome, Modibe. So the Norwegian Refugee Council has criticized countries for their biased support of Ukraine in comparison to other nations in need. Are you surprised by this?
Look, I'm not definitely surprised, because you see how even the media has hyped up the war in Ukraine compared to the humanitarian crisis in Africa. There's been a deliberate attempt for the rest of the world to shift their attention towards Ukraine and deliberately neglect the most vulnerable countries in Africa. So I'm not surprised by the NRC, and I commend them for actually coming out and speaking out against this.
So what do you think is the reason the West is so dedicated to the Ukrainian crisis while being so indifferent to the suffering of those in Burkina Faso, Afghanistan, and beyond? And is race and history a factor in this whole thing?
Look, I think the West is deliberately supporting Ukraine because they're trying to fight Russia, There's no other explanation for that. They hate Russia so much that they want to fund Ukraine and for them to sabotage Russia, if I could say so, They'll definitely not support Afghanistan because they deliberately caused the problems in Afghanistan, And most of the problems you find in African countries have deliberately been caused by this Western countries, especially by America and its allies. So it leaves a bitter sweet taste in one's mouth, because we must now all of us focus on Ukraine, forgetting about the nations in Africa, that have been killed, that have had their resources stolen, and of course history does play a role. Colonization has contributed to that, and the West and Europe have been at the forefront of colonization on the African continent, so they've deliberately caused a mess in Africa, and now they don't want to be part of solving that problem.
You talked about colonization and the West's involvement on the continent. Now, do you believe this clear bias in assistance is affecting and will affect the future cooperation between Africa and the West?
Look, I think what the West is doing.
Great report, Fee.
Great report. I see her just blossoming as a on-air journalist. Yeah, the way she's interviewing, I think she's embracing her own. I don't think that she's, not that she was. I think she was probably a little shy and a little holding back. I just feel like she's coming into
she's
her.
nervous.
So.
Everybody
Nervous.
gets a
Yeah,
little nervous,
I just think she's growing so much.
Yeah, no, she's doing a great job. I'd like to talk to their lighting guy though. I think she needs better lighting.
Yes, she's definitely grayed out.
Yeah,
you guys need some help with that.
Yeah, just the lighting guys. Fix it. Okay.
Lighting.
Anyway, that's our show for tonight.
I want to shout out Aram. Thank you so much, Aram, for the Super Ray. Thank you all for Saturday Night Live. Thank you guys for giving us Saturday Night Live. And let's see, I think
Crazy
we had
Puppet. Yep.
You got that one? Okay, Crazy Puppet. Speaking of trouble, what's with Baldwin?
He's old like me. He had his hip replaced.
Yeah, he's all gimping along.
Yeah, he's gimping along. So I don't think he fell down and broke his hip. I think he just had it replaced because those. Yeah,
I already had it replaced for sure. So. But yeah, they dropped the charges as far as I know on his little.
Yeah, they did. He bought his way out of that.
Little sperm. Yeah, he did. He'll be back to making fun of Trump soon enough. Come on, guys.
So what do you got going on this week?
Oh, big changes are coming. Trailer Park Pundit is now going to be 3 times a week. Well, actually 4 if you count Thursday with pastas, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Thursday. So Thursday and Friday. And yeah, 4 times a week now. You'll get me in the morning at 10 a.m. one way or another either. But Friday will be uncensored still. I'm not going to run on YouTube's on Friday.
Yeah,
I got to have that uncensored
people
day.
Like uncensored, so yeah.
I can bring all the stuff I can't bring to YouTube. So
yeah, that's about the only way we can get around it. So we are on Twitter, Rockfan, Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch, right? So for the most part.
Those be to 5 for right now.
On Fridays. I think Amber King's got something next Friday, I'm thinking.
Amber's rolling out a bunch of exciting stuff.
Yeah. So Beauty and the Boomer next week. What are we going to do next week? What's the theme next week?
I don't know. What is the theme? What is a good theme for next week?
Well, it's the middle of June. I don't know what to tell you. I think the nuclear winter's out, so we'll have to come up with something.
Let's do a 60s beach party. We had fun with that last year.
Okay, I will work on a 60s themed beach party if I run into too much trouble. But we're going to go out with Supertramp tonight. I want to thank everybody that's always so supportive. You guys are the best.
Yes.
Midnight Karma, good to see you. I didn't shout you out earlier. So, have a great time. And next week, Uncle Warren said he's going to be doing his show after ours. So put that on your calendar, and you have a great day off, Shanda.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm actually going to hit the ground running tomorrow, get my show wrote for Monday, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be with you guys at the beginning of the week. Normally I'm a day in, so I'm kind of like late news, stale bread. Like it's going to be fun to be fresh on Monday morning.
Yeah, me too. I need to get some rest. It's been a rough week. I hope everybody enjoys these covers. Supertramp tonight.
They're great.
They're really, really good. I hope you enjoy them as much as we did making them. Have a great evening. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
It was early morning yesterday. I was up before the dawn. have enjoyed and stayed, but I must be moving on. Like a king without a castle, a queen without a throne, an early morning love, must be moving on. Yeah. Now I believe in what you say, it's the undisputed truth. But I have to have things my own way to keep me in my youth. Like a ship without an anchor, slave without a chain. Just thought of those little ladies and shivers through my veins. I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few. Sweet devotion, it's not for me. Give me motion, set me free. Land the ocean, far away. Life I've chosen every day. It's a goodbye memory, goodbye day. Will we ever meet again? Some they do and some they don't, and some they just can't tell. Well, some they will and some they won't, some it's just as well. They laugh at my behavior, they never bother me. Devil is my savior, I don't pay no heed. I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, the troubles will be few. Sweet show. I'll take the long way home. Take the long way home. 'Cause you're the joke of your neighborhood. What should you care if you're feeling good? I'll take the long way home. Take the long way home. There are times when you feel you're part of the scenery. All the greenery is coming down, boy. Then you ask us to take your part of the furniture. Oh, it's peculiar. She used to be so nice. With lonely days and lonely nights, you take the trip to the city lights. You take the long way home. Take the long way home. You never see what you wanna see. Forever play to the gallery. Take the long way home. Take the long way home. When you're up on stage, it's so unbelievable. Oh, unforgettable. How did it adore you? But then you ask us to take your nose and your sanity. Oh, calamity. It's a long way out. Does it feel that the life's become a catastrophe? Oh, it has to be for you to grow, boy. When you look through the years and see what you could have been, oh, what you might have